Something just happened in Indiana that nobody saw coming. No press conferences, no welcome party, no cameras rolling, just a silent arrival and a move that sent shockwaves through the WNBA. DeWanna Bonner, a two-time champion and a future Hall of Famer, landed in Indiana, and instead of soaking in the spotlight, she walked straight into the locker room. No distractions, no delay. And standing there, waiting for her, Caitlin Clark. But here's the real question. Why? Why would one of the league's greatest veterans bypass the usual start treatment to train alongside a rookie? What was said? What was proven? Because this wasn't just a workout, this was a statement. And if you think this is just another off-season move, you're about to get a serious wake-up call. No welcome party, no speeches, no staged moments. DeWanna Bonner arrived in Indiana and did one thing. She went straight to work. No distractions, no delays. Just a workout with Caitlin Clark. A 36-year-old WNBA legend, a player with championship rings and a Hall of Fame resume, stepping into a new city and making her first stop at the gym instead of the press room? That's not normal. But here's what makes this even crazier. Bonner isn't here to be the number one option. She isn't here to take over. She's stepping into a team where she's the third piece. A player of her status and resume accepting a secondary role? That's nearly unheard of in professional basketball. But her first action in Indiana sent a clear message. She's not here for attention. She's not here to be the face of the team. She's here to win. And the first step toward that goal? Training with a player who's set to change the league. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rookie, she's a game changer, and Bonner knows that. Instead of treating her as a competition, she's treating her as a teammate, a partner in the pursuit of something bigger, and that's what makes this move dangerous for the rest of the WNBA. If anyone thought Indiana was just building for the future, they had better think again. With Bonner setting the tone, this team isn't waiting. They're looking to win now, and trust me, the league better be paying attention. Wait a minute, weren't Bonner and Clark just at each other's throats in the playoffs? That moment had the entire basketball world buzzing. The intensity, the stare down, the trash talk. It wasn't just a battle, it looked personal. So how did they go from nearly clashing on the court to training together like lifelong teammates? Most players would hold a grudge, let the tension linger, or at least keep their distance. But Bonner, she flipped the script. Instead of carrying that energy into the locker room, she chose a different path. Her words said it all. I don't need to push her to be a player she isn't already. That's leadership. That's knowing when to step back and let a young star shine. Bonner saw something in Clark. It wasn't just talent, but the same fire she's played with her entire life. Instead of treating her as a rival, she saw her as a teammate, because Bonner isn't here to relive past rivalries. She's here to win, and she knows that the best way to do that is standing beside Caitlin Clark and not against her. And let us be honest, if playoff stare-downs actually ruined careers, half the league would still be holding grudges from 2010. Now this raises a big question. Why Indiana? Bonner had options. She's a legend, a champion, a future Hall of Famer. So why take a supporting role on a young, unproven team? The answer goes way beyond basketball, and once you hear it, you'll understand why the WNBA should be very, very nervous. DeWanna Bonner could have gone anywhere. She's a proven champion and a WNBA legend with the kind of resume that gives her options. But out of all the teams, she chose Indiana. And it wasn't for the money, oh no. It was for personal stats. It was for one reason. She wanted another championship. She's been to the finals. She knows what it's like to be one step away from glory. She felt the sting of watching the other team celebrate while she walked off the court empty-handed. That moment, that feeling of knowing you were close but not close enough, that never leaves a competitor like Bonner in peace, and it's exactly what's fueling her now. I want to win a championship. I want to get back to the finals. Those aren't just words, that's a mindset. That's the fire of someone who isn't here to coast through the final years of her career. She's here to finish what she started. But what makes this move even more powerful is how she's approaching it. She's not coming in as the main star, demanding the ball, expecting the offense to run through her. She's coming in as a leader, a veteran who knows how to win, and someone who's ready to elevate this young, hungry Fever team. A lot of great players talk about winning, but Bonner, she understands that winning isn't just about talent, it's about culture, it's about setting the tone, making sure that hunger spreads through the locker room, and teaching this team what it takes to go from good to great. And that's what separates teams that dream about championships from teams that actually win them. Because let's take a moment here. Every team wants to win, but not every team has a player willing to do what it takes to make it happen. But here's the real question. How does she actually fit into this team? The Fever already has young stars on the rise. Adding Bonner isn't just about bringing in experience, it's about creating the perfect balance, and when you break it all down, you'll see why this might just be the missing piece that Indiana needed. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston. 3 young stars, each proving something different to the court. Clark is already rewriting records, Mitchell remains one of the league's most underrated scorers, and Boston dominates the paint. They flashed brilliance, but something was missing. A veteran who's been at the top, someone who knows what it takes to win. And now, they have that in DeWanna Bonner. Bonner didn't just join a team, she joined a team on the verge of something special, and she knows it. I want to play with a hungry group that doesn't need to be coached to compete. That's the mindset that turns potential into championships. She's stepping into a locker room filled with players who have the talent, the drive, and the ambition. What they need now is a leader to guide them through the next level. Her presence instantly makes this lineup more dangerous. Clark's playmaking, Mitchell's scoring, and Boston's inside dominance just got reinforced by a player who knows how to bring it all together. She's been in deep playoff runs, she's handled pressure, and most importantly, she knows how to win. This isn't just a roster with potential, you see. This is a blueprint for success. The Fevers aren't just a young team with promise, they're a real threat. And if anyone in the WNBA still isn't taking them seriously, well, they're in for a rude awakening. So what does this all mean for Indiana Fever? Are we looking at a team that could go all the way? Some might say that it's too soon, but others, they're already thinking about the 2025 WNBA Finals. And here's why they might just be right. The pieces are in place, the talent is undeniable. Caitlin Clark is set to take the league by storm. Kelsey Mitchell has been an overlooked scoring machine for years, and Aaliyah Boston owns that paint. And now they have Bonner, a veteran with championship experience, the kind of player who can turn a promising team into a serious title threat. But talent alone doesn't win championships, chemistry does, and if that first workout between Bonner and Clark tells us anything, this team isn't just coming together on paper, it's clicking on the court. They're learning from each other, pushing each other, and already forming the kind of bond that separates great teams from legendary ones. The WNBA better take notice, because this Fever team, they're not just coming, they're already here, and with Bonner in the mix, they might just be unstoppable. And now it's your turn. Is this the move that finally puts Indiana over the top? Will DeWanna Bonner and Caitlin Clark become the most dangerous duo in the WNBA? Or is this just another hype train ready to derail? Some already have the Fever locked in as finals contenders, while others say it's way too soon to crown them. Where do you stand in all of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get this debate rolling, because one thing's for sure, this season just got a whole lot more interesting, and if Indiana does make that deep playoff run, don't say we didn't warn you. But while the Fever's making waves, not everyone is happy about it. Angel Reese just had a reaction to Caitlin Clark that has everyone talking, and trust me, you don't want to miss what happened next.